Alright guys, Wet Movie 1 back here again for another movie collection video for you guys today. This video is dedicated to my Halloween movie collection. You know, Michael Myers and going around slashing everybody. This is dedicated to that film series. This is all in celebration of the new complete collection Blu-ray set that's coming out in September that I just can't wait to get my hands on. I know some people are kind of on the fence about buying this new set because they have this edition or that edition of the film, and people are just thinking they're pretty much going to buy it just for the producer's cut of Halloween 6, because this new set that's coming out, guys, has all the Halloween movies from number 1 all the way to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I think you even get the 25 Years of Terror documentary that came out years ago, which wasn't the greatest, but it's still kind of cool, all in one big set, along with the television cut of the original Halloween and Halloween 2, and the producer's cut of number 6, which is all kind of cool, and I can't wait to get it all in one little box set. I know the fan artwork that came out a week or so ago, like showing you the discs and what the box set looks like, is not exactly probably what the box set's gonna look like. It was just like a fan picture that someone made that got everyone kind of excited and riled up. I can't wait to see what the final box set's gonna look like. But this video is dedicated to my Halloween franchise collection, and it's how kind of crazy I am about having different editions of them and things. And let me know if you guys have the same sickness when it comes to the Halloween movies also, if you guys have like multiple editions of things. But let's get started with it, guys. First up here is my very first edition of Halloween that I ever got on DVD from Anchor Bay. I think it came out back in 2000. This DVD came out. This one, has just like a couple of special features, like a behind the scenes thing, a picture gallery, and a handful of other things. This is the very first DVD I remember ever buying of the film on Anchor Bay DVD. But then a couple years later, Anchor Bay put out the 25th anniversary edition of it on DVD with 2 discs and a buttload of special features, like a new documentary, I believe it's called A Cut Above the Rest. And stuff that came out that's not on this edition. But then you get this one. Actually, I believe this other one came out first. The extended cut of Halloween on DVD here, put out by Anchor Bay. I believe that other one, first one I showed you, came out. Then this one came out, and then the 25th anniversary edition came out. So that's 3 different editions I have so far. I showed you of the first Halloween movie, and I also have the second edition that came out on Blu-ray. I didn't end up getting the first edition that came out for some weird reason, but I got the new, digibook edition of the original John Carpenter's Halloween, which has an amazing documentary on that, on this one, when Jamie Lee Curtis goes to her first horror movie convention and does her signing and stuff to raise money for her charity and things. That's an amazing documentary that every fan has to get. So guys, that's 4 editions I have of of the first Halloween movie, not including the Halloween VHS I got from Blockbuster years and years ago. I believe it was on clearance for $1.99 a long time ago at the Blockbuster I used to work at. So that's 5 editions I have of the original Halloween movie. And that's just the first movie alone, guys. Jeez, man. Look at that, 5 editions of one movie. What's wrong with me? And then we move on to Halloween 2, which I have the original Universal DVD release that came out years ago that just has, like a theatrical trailer and stuff like that on there. Real basic, bare bones kind of edition of it on DVD. Then of course Shout Factory or Stream Factory put out Halloween 2, the collector's edition, which has all these new special features and like commentary tracks and things like that, with a cool new cover art to it. I really like the different cover variations that some of these movies have, because even the VHS release I have of Part 2 has like a different cover. I like how they all have like little different covers to them. But this is the old, I believe, Good Times release I have on VHS here, and Shout Factory release, and Universal release of Part 2. So that's 3 copies I have of Part 2 here in my house. Let's move on over to Halloween 3, where I have the old Universal edition of Part 3, Season of the Witch, which I know a lot of Halloween fans don't like this film for, you know, just because Michael Myers is not really in it. Well, he kind of is. He's on a TV screen when someone's watching TV for a second, so he's in the movie. But I have that version of it on DVD. I have the VHS version put out by Universal from back in the day over here, and I have the Scream Factory release, which I haven't opened yet, of Halloween 3. So that's 3 editions of number 3 I have on different formats here. I wish I had a slipcase for this one when I got it. There was no slipcase to it. I'm just showing you how crazy I am with these different editions I have of these movies here. So that's 3 copies of number 3. Alright guys, let's move on to Halloween 4 here. Let's start off with the old CBS Fox Video VHS release of Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, because it is the return, because in part 3 he wasn't really there. But you get the release of part 4 here. And then I got the very first edition of it that came out on DVD, signed by Ellie Cornell, the girl that played Rachel in the movie. And I even have the DiviMax edition of number 4, which is like the supposed high-def transfer of the film with like 1 or 2 little extra special features that are on here. The only reason I can't get rid of this one is because it's signed, and this one, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my god. But the thing is, I was lucky enough not to get the Blu-ray release of number 4 yet. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why. But, you know, now that I know the set's coming out, I don't think I need to get that single standalone edition of number 4 yet. But I have 3 editions of Halloween 4 on different formats. Let's move on to Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, right here on VHS, the CBS home video of Halloween 5. And I also have Halloween 5, the DiviMax edition. I used to have number 5 on the first edition of it on DVD, but I got rid of it because it was not signed or anything like that, and this has all the same kind of special features as the old edition I have. So I have 2 copies of Halloween 5 in my collection right now, but I'll get the Blu-ray whenever that new set comes out. Okay, we're going to start off with Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, the VHS tape put out by Dimension Home Entertainment years ago when the movie first came out. I remember watching this one. This is the very first Halloween movie I've ever seen in a movie theater. It was like at a dollar movie theater. The people that were working there really didn't care if I was of age to see the movie. I kind of just bought a ticket to like something else like Addams Family Values or some sort of movie and snuck into that one. I'm like, oh my god, this is some freaky stuff, and like this is the early Paul Rudd performance in here. That's the VHS of Halloween Curse of Michael Myers. I also have the DVD version of The Curse of Michael Myers here, the original Dimension release with really no special features at all. And then I have the producer's cut of number 6 here on DVD, which I got at a convention years and years ago, which has theatrical trailer, TV spots, you know, just like some weird behind-the-scenes special effects thing, like all these handful of like special features on the back here. And whenever you watch this film on this DVD, and you're like, what's the stuff that was cut or added to it? You see it because the picture quality of the added scenes are like really bad. You know what I mean? It's like nice looking picture to like weird yellowish kind of picture kind of thing. But that's the producer's cut of number 6. That's 3 different editions of number 6 that I have so far, and I have it on this Blu-ray set here where you get, you know, Halloween 6, H2O, and Resurrection. So I have 4 copies of Halloween 6 on all different kinds of formats. What kind of crazy person am I, man? Oh my god. Let's move on to Halloween H2O, which I have on Dimension, you know, tape here, which I got from Blockbuster back in 1999. This one I remember really liking because it was, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis was returning to the franchise. She was, you know, playing the same character, and, you know, Michael Myers was after her again, and I thought it was kind of cool, but it was more like how, you know, I Know What You Did Last Summer and all those kind of like teen horror movies of that time period, which I'm not gonna lie, at that time I kind of dug those movies, but as I gotten older, I kind of see why some people don't like them. You know, like this one, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, weird things like that. But I have the, you know, the the cassette tape of H2O. I also have the DVD collector series of H2O that came out years and years ago. And of course, H2O comes on this triple pack that I just showed you a second ago. So I have 3 copies of Halloween H2O. And the same thing when it comes to Resurrection. I don't have it on VHS tape or anything like that, but Halloween Resurrection on DVD, Halloween Resurrection that came on this triple pack Blu-ray here. This is not the best movie of the franchise, but I kind of like this one more than the Rob Zombie stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's bad when you put Busta Rhymes in there and things like that, but Jamie Lee Curtis is, I don't know why she had to go in there at the beginning of that movie and do what she did. It was just kind of like, what? You know? But that's the 2 copies I have on different formats of Halloween Resurrection. And let's move on here. Next up is Rob Zombie's Halloween, the 3-disc Ultimate Unrated Collector's Edition I have here, which I don't really like the Rob Zombie ones very much at all. But I just got this one at the time because I don't think I saw it in the theater, and I just sort of, you know, got it for the hell of it. And plus it said it was like a 4-hour documentary. I'm like, what the hell? You know, and I checked it out. I believe this is, when I watched the documentary, you find out that Rosario Dawson was in it, or was she in Devil's Rejects? I'm getting confused here, but I don't really care for the Rob Zombie ones that much at all. It was kind of cool that they brought Danielle Harris back, you know, who you know from part 4 and 5 of the Halloween series. You know, in this thing here. That's pretty much only the cool part, in my opinion, for me. But that's the 3-disc edition of Rob Zombie's Halloween. That's the only edition I have. And I don't have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 because I really didn't like that movie. Like, I'm looking, I saw it once. I'm like, why is there a unicorn in this thing? And why is Sherry Moon Zombie back when she died in the first one? Like, come on, man. But then the last thing I have to show you from my my Halloween collection here is Halloween, the 25 Years of Terror documentary that came out a handful of years back, put out by Anchor Bay, which I thought it was okay. It could have been a little bit better. It's kind of cool that you get, you know, panel footage of different cast members talking about their experience, you know, making the film franchise and things like that. But like, the guys, that's my complete, well, not complete because I don't have Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, but that's my Halloween collection here, and that's how crazy I am about this franchise and how kind of excited I am to finally get all this stuff, hopefully all in one big box set with all the special features that came out on all previous editions. I'm hoping are up on there, or I'm gonna have to keep a lot of these things, you know, because Anchor Bay is kind of known for, you know, releasing things and having certain special features on certain things that you kind of have to keep different editions because certain special features are not on certain other editions of things. It's kind of weird that way. But I'm still very excited for the September release of the complete collection on Blu-ray with the producer's cut and the TV cuts of 1 and 2. Can't wait to get that set, guys. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. Let me know what is your favorite Halloween movies from like best to worst. Let me know down in the comments, and also make videos of your own showing me your Halloween collections and showing me if you're crazier than I am buying and having all these different editions of them. Like, why am I keeping my, you know, my VHS tapes of them after all these years? What's wrong with me? But guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.